Alright, boys, the Tech and Talk of the day. August the 6th, the day is 2. This is version 3.10. Now, I've talked some about this, but not exactly what I'm going to show here, okay? Fast multi-frequency coil, HF2 coil. Okay, now, I'm not going to go through the whole process because there's a lot of people out there who knows how to save a program. Alright? This program you're looking at right here is the general program, and you can tell because it's got that one prefix up there. Okay? So I saved this program at 99 sensitivity, 24 kilohertz band. 24 kilohertz band is not the default in that program. Okay? You see the sensitivity there is 99. Now that's all I changed. Okay? So then what I did is I went in like so and paired the HF2 coil. There it lays right there. You see that light going to town? Okay, let's see if it's ready to go here. Okay, it's paired. I just swept it over there. Okay, so now we've got the same program in there. You see that? Now, so it went to that program when I turned the machine on. So that's the save program number that I saved with this fast multi-frequency coil. So with it being paired to this coil, what I did, I didn't change the sensitivity. The sensitivity carried over, you see that. But see the frequency max? The frequency max, when you come on, when I save this program, with this coil at 24 kilohertz, when I paired this coil, it came up in 53, and I changed that to 29, and I saved it. You understand what I'm saying? So, you'll get the command when you're saving the program to replace. Alright? When you go to save it, even though you're using the same program number, when you go down here to program, and you hit that, it'll say replace. Okay? Well, it will save your frequency band. Okay? So I can use this call here. If I wanted to, when I open that program up, I'm in the 29 kilohertz band. Okay? But if I pair the fast multi-frequency call, which is what I'm doing, okay? Might be almost done. It is. Now when we go down and look, I've got my 24 kilohertz band. Okay. So you can save that as far as differences between the two coils. But everything else stays put when you pair the other coil after saving it with another coil, and when you pair this coil back up and you change whatever the default band is. Okay? Now that gets you in the frequency band. That doesn't get you on the frequency shift channel. The machine at turn on, it's going to do a frequency scan, even with frequency scan and manual. Okay? Now, I believe the same holds true for the mono program. It will get you in the band I'll turn this camera off. Okay, now we're in the mono program with the fast multi-frequency coil paired. Okay, so I'm going to 40.4 kilohertz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in here and I'm going to save this. We'll call it in slot 14. We'll call it 8888. You see that? So it's in there at 40.4 kilohertz. Alright. So now I'm going to go in. I'm going to pair the HF2 coil right now, in progress. It may take a little longer to get going here, okay? You see it's trying to come up. Okay, now, you see the frequency it put me on. But I'm not saved a mono program in this remote with that coil. So you see the frequency it's in, okay? So that's the HF2 coil. I'm sweeping it over here. You see me sweeping it there? It's paired. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We're going to just keep going up in the frequency band. Let's say you want 100 and 111 kilohertz. That band, okay? Remember what I said, the band. So that's where we're at. You see it in the window there, right? So now we're going to go over here. We're going to go Option, Program, Save. Now it's going to ask me to replace. Yes. Valid. Okay, so now we're in the 111 kilohertz program with the HF2 coil paired. Okay, now I'm going to go in here and pair the fast multi-frequency coil back. Okay, now we're still in the mono program. It's coming up. I see the light flashing down there. Okay. Now we're at 40.4 kilohertz. Okay. Well, that might be just luck of the draw. But we're in that band. Okay. Now I'm going to go back. Remember the program name there. You see the 8s. Now I'm going to go back and repair the HF2 coil. Now we just saved it at 111 kilohertz, correct? Now it's going to take a little longer. The light's working. You see where we're at? We're in that band. Okay? We're in that band. Now, I'm going to transition to the general program, turn the machine off with the HF2 coil paired, turn it back on. Now we're coming up in the general program. That's non-mono program. That's a multi-frequency program. Remember, auto scan's in manual, so it's going to scan whatever frequency that's using. Okay, so now we're going to transition back. Alright, now I'm going to hit the option key. Let's see, we're going to go down here and we're going to go frequency. Okay, now we saved at 111. And the reason why you saw 111 come back up in that window is because it's frequency shift 0. Okay, that's why. So you see the name of the program there. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go back in here. We're going to do a frequency shift. We're going to go all the way to channel 6. Now you see the frequency is 120. Okay. And what you're going to see here applies to the multi-frequency too. So now I'm at 120. I'm at channel 6. So I'm going to go back in here. Okay. We're going to replace this program. It says replace 8888. Yes. Valid. So you see the machine now is at 120. Let me get it off the ground here. See it there? 120's in the window if I can get the ID to see it there. So now I'm going to scroll back to the general program, turn the machine off. Okay. Now, I believe when I turn this machine back on, it's going to be in the general program. It will do an auto scan. Okay. But I'm going to go to this 888 program. So there's the general program. All right. Still ain't completely paired. There it is. It's paired now, okay? So now I'm going to go back over here. See where I'm at? I'm back to frequency shift 0. Okay, you see that? Frequency shift 0. Now, that's mono program. I'll go back over here. Since I got the camera running, we'll just go to, now deep high conductor, I'm paired with the HF2 coil. So 29 kilohertz is the default band in that. Power, we won't look at that. Okay. So fast is a 53 kilohertz. General is a 53 kilohertz. So general and fast are 53 kilohertz. Okay. So if I turn this machine over here to sensitive, it's 89 kilohertz. Alright, so I'm going to turn the machine off. Back on into 89 kilohertz. Okay. It's going to come up in the sensitive program, which is 89 kilohertz. Multi-frequency band. Okay, you see the 89 in the window there. Frequency max 89. Now when we go back and look at this general program, it's automatically in channel 0 because I didn't turn it on in a 53 kilohertz program. The fast program is at channel 0. So if I turn this machine off right now and turn it back on in 53 kilohertz band, it may or may not be at 0. If 0 is the quietest channel, we'll turn it off. Now turn it off in fast, 53 kilohertz, auto scans in manual, but it's going to do a scan at turn on only. In the program it comes up. The frequency used. Okay, let's see if it's paired up over here. Not yet. There it goes. Okay. So now I'm going to go down here. Now we're in channel 2. Okay. And we're going to go over here to this general program. Remember, it was at 53 kilohertz band default. Where is it at? It's also at channel 2. Okay. Anyway, that is going to conclude the video. The Mighty JS2 version 3.10.